I'm gonna go through a whole list of restaurant chains that I have memory addiction to. And the only way I could have, like, a craving, like, you haven't been to a restaurant in months, but you remember it, and you think, oh, I crave that food. So, the reason why this video is important is because you shouldn't be craving the food in your memory if you haven't, you could be hungry for something, but when you crave it, and it's in your memory to crave it, there's some duplicity and manipulation in the way that food was produced regarding ingredient compounds. Yes. So, I'll try to name the restaurants in order from the craving that I remember from it, okay? I'll start with fast food, and if I remember, after I mention the fast foods, I'll go to the pizzas, and I'll even mention the pizzas that weren't great. I didn't have a memory for craving. So when you have a memory and you remember a food and you crave it, like you say, I just gotta have it. Ooh, it tastes so good. Well, that means there's but you hadn't had it for a while. I mean, honestly, you hadn't had it for a while, but you remember, you crave it. Oh, well, anyways, the number one most addictive restaurant I've eaten at that I still have a memory craving for is Taco Bell. Taco Bell, Long John Silver's, KFC, and I'm not addicted to McDonald's anymore, but I stopped eating their French fries and hash browns when I go to McDonald's. All I eat when I go to McDonald's now is I'll buy like 2 or 3 McChickens, 3 at the most, and usually I don't eat the third one because I'm not hungry enough for it. But I'll get like 2 McChickens from McDonald's, a glass of ice water, or a glass of unsweetened iced tea. And I don't have a memory craving for McDonald's anymore, but before I stopped eating the hash browns and the potatoes, the French fries and the hash browns, and I had soda with my meal, my value meal. I had a value meal, which includes French fries, or for the breakfast, hash browns. I'd have a soda with my breakfast there. I wouldn't get an orange juice. And I'd have a soda with my value meal, lunch, or dinner. And I don't have the craving for McDonald's anymore because I don't buy the hash browns, and I don't buy the French fries, and I don't drink their soda anymore. And I think the soda mixed with the hash browns and the French fries is what caused the addiction. Because I can have a sandwich there, the McChicken. I had 2, what fills me up is 2 McChickens and a large glass of ice water from McDonald's. I don't have memory cravings for it anymore. But McDonald's is one of the addictive ones because most everybody that goes there will get French fries or a hash brown with their meal. And then, I don't go to Freddy's or Culver's, and this is a whole different topic, I can't get into it. I believe I had a bad feel. I only went into Freddy's steak burgers once, and I had such a horrible spiritual vibe there. I felt like they were selling people an expensive product to market their dollar, and I believe Freddy's steak burgers is Canadian in origin. And I went into Culver's to have a meal, and this video might get cut off, so I'll start off my next video if this one does. If I don't have the video space, but I went into Culver's a couple times. The food's good, right? But I didn't have a good feeling sitting in that restaurant, Culver's, founded in Wisconsin or whatever. Started in the Midwest. Okay, and that's where a lot of the Canadians liked moving earlier on, was the Midwest. That's how you have Quick Trip from Oklahoma as a gas station. families that migrated there. All the way back in 1867, they bought land. They made a gas station. It's a Canadian gas station, whether you believe it or not, Quick Trip is. But I feel like, and I never had a good feeling going to Culver's. I felt like I was a victim. When I went to Freddy's, I felt like I was being sold out as an American. Freddy's Steak Burgers. So I think Freddy's Steak Burgers are Canadian. I think Culver's is Canadian. I don't go into McDonald's ever and feel like I'm being betrayed. I don't. I only walked into Freddy's Steak Burgers and Culver's feeling like I was betrayed as an American person. And when I go into Quick Trip gas stations, I feel like I'm in a government army base. I don't feel like I'm with natural salespeople or natural gas. I feel like I'm being monitored, surveillance. I feel like I'm walking into a government station when I go into Quick Trip. But anyways, the other business in America I thought was Canadian was Academy Sports and Outdoors. And Canada doesn't really respect the Bible, Christian religion, or Christmas, really. They smoke a lot of marijuana. Most of Canadians are atheists. A lot of them are into witchcraft or whatever. And I saw every time, I never went into Academy Sports, okay, but I felt comfortable going into Dick's Sporting Goods or going into a Walmart for sports items. I never went into Academy Sports and Outdoors. I always drove by it and felt like, that's a piece of shit store.